right now at House in Pittsburgh to help learn how Fox 14 Feed the Four States campaign helps them during the holiday season.
We've got a rainy start to our Thursday morning, and we'll have some scattered showers throughout the day. We'll break down your full forecast coming up.
Also,
The Four States' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 5 a.m. I'm Amber Jenkins.
I'm Chris Warner. So it's raining. I don't know if you noticed.
Yes, my hair noticed. It's been trying to poof up lately, so.
My hair doesn't notice anything anymore. There was a time when it was a problem, but now it's really not. It's really, I don't know what happened.
I know.
I just woke up one day and it was gone. Just gone. But, we all learn to deal with whatever life throws at you. Speaking of things that life's throwing at you, we do have a traffic alert for our friends in Webb City this morning, as there's going to be some work taking place on Stadium Drive starting at 9 a.m. today, running through this Saturday. There we go. There goes the graphic. Stadium Drive is going to be closed from Campbell to Prospect, again starting today at 9, running through this Saturday. And of course, drivers are urged to find an alternate route. This is for some sewer work taking place. Skywatch Storm Tracker showing us the rain across the area. We've been getting a good dose of it, so that is nice. Our precipitation chances over the next 24 hours, you can see we'll get a little lull in some activity later, and then as we head into the evening, those chances pick up just a little bit. Still got some fog out there, but not nearly as dense as what it has been the last couple of days. Raining in Joplin right now, 49 degrees with a calm breeze. We got rain across a good chunk of the area, 47 Parsons, 49 Miami, 50 in Neosho and Carthage. MoDOT camera at I-44 and Rangeline. It's wet, it's rainy, it's got a yellow light for the rain through the morning, and a yellow light for your drive home, as we'll see, again, some scattered shower chances. Kids getting on the bus, maybe a little bit of morning fog, 49 with some showers, and then maybe some scattered showers by 3, 56. A little bit milder today. We're heading for a high of about 61 with those shower chances through the morning and into the evening hours as well. And then overnight, the rain will stop for a bit. We'll start to be partly I didn't change that bottom one. That's supposed to just be mostly cloudy at 6 a.m., not rain at 6 a.m. We'll drop back down to 48. We'll take a complete look at your forecast, including some additional thunderstorm chances and a little bit of a severe potential we're watching at the start of next week.
Well, thank you, Chris, for that. For the fourth time in 2 weeks, a Rangeline convenience store, it has been burglarized. It's happened 2 times in the past 2 days. Joplin police say they're investigating all of the break-ins at Zip's convenience store, and they believe it's the same people breaking in each time, costing thousands of dollars of damages. In the security cam video, you can see 2 men and 1 woman break doors and windows and steal items. If you have any information on the suspects, call the Joplin Police Department. You can find more on the incidents and security camera pictures of the suspects on the KOAM News Now app. Firefighters respond to flames and smoke coming from a Southwest Missouri home early Wednesday morning. The fire started around 5 a.m. on the 200 block of 8th Street. Both Secaucus Fire and Rural Fire Departments responded along with Mercy Ambulance and Jasper County Sheriff deputies. We're told the fire started in the back of the home. The 2 adults inside both made it out safely. Our Feed the Four States campaign is underway at Fox 14. We teamed up with the Wesco Home Furnishing once again to help our food pantries in the local area this holiday season. A lot of the 4 states rely on food banks, and this time of the year, budgets can be tight. One of the area food pantries with our Feed the Four States campaign is the Wesley House in Pittsburgh. The Wesley House is the largest food pantry in Crawford County, serving more than 5,000 residents.
For someone to be able to succeed, for them to be able to think beyond those basic needs, we have to meet those basic needs. And so having food on the table and being able to cook your own food and essentially, right, food pantries kind of provide a sort of grocery, aside experience.
You can give a monetary donation to the Feed the Four States campaign online at koamnewsnow.com/feed, or all day today you can call 1-888-620-4869 to donate. The number of the pet scams have declined, but it's not all good news. According to the Better Business Bureau, the amount of money lost to those scams are increasing. Pet scams losses are expected to reach at least $2 million in North America. Consumers affected by pet scams lost an average of $850 each
What's happening is scammers will, again, they ask kind of for a low price on a popular breed and they pay that money, but then they start coming back to the consumer asking for additional charges for shipping and then additional charges for things like temperature controlled crates or insurance.
The BBB recommends going to local animal shelters and pet stores because you are able to see the pet before you purchase it.
All right, look at that 7-day forecast. We're 56 tomorrow and partly cloudy. Some morning rain showers Saturday and then looking good Sunday. Monday, we got some shower chances. And then Monday into Tuesday, that's where we're looking at the possibility of not just some thunderstorms, but we are keeping our eye on a potential severe threat by Tuesday. And of course, as we get closer, we'll have much more, refined details on that. But just a heads up for next Tuesday, we could see some severe weather across the area. And then after that, it gets a little bit chilly toward the end of next week.
Thank you for the heads up, Chris. That's a look at today's morning's top stories and weather in the top 7 minutes. Coming up on the KOAM Morning News, the Joplin Lady Eagles prepared to host the 26th annual Lady Eagles Classic Tournament. Chris will have more on the details in sports and how the team feels going into it.
Plus, it all started with a game of Saturday basketball that ended in someone using a racial slur. Now 2 Kansas schools investigate what happened during that Saturday game.
And fewer people are getting a flu shot this year. We'll have more details on why this is. You're watching the KOAM Morning News, more real news in the morning. We'll be right back.
Well, the season. Welcome back. Hi, how are you? We're going to talk about some basketball here. On the women's side, the Gorillas are 6-2 to start the season, including 2-1 mark in conference play. The game final, Pitt State pulling away yesterday in the second half to win 81-58. Tirsten Gegg scores a team-high 17 points for the Gorillas. After that, Pitt State men hit the floor against Newman. The Gorillas are 1-2 to begin conference play, trying to avoid a 3-game losing streak. And Pitt State, they get it done. They pick up the win 69-64 on the men's side. Quentin Hardrick scores a team-high 19 points for the Gorillas. Well, the Joplin girls, they're going to host the 26th annual Lady Eagle Classic, and that'll be this afternoon. The tournament host Eagles open things up. They're going to face Leavenworth in the tournament opener at 2 p.m. Now, Joplin is 1-3 in their first 4 games of the season. Last time out, they got their first win of the year, beating Pittsburgh 42-37. So after a bit of a slow start, the Eagles feel pretty good about where they're heading into the home tournament.
Is we're trending in the right direction. Our turnovers have went down, which is a really good thing. Our defense is, we've been getting a lot better at defense, and our scoring is coming along. Brent Driver, right now she's averaging about 16 points a game, doing a great job for us, senior leader. Bailey Ledford, she's had a few games with some good amount of points and great defense, and also Isabella Eust, she's been awesome.
A Whip City football coach, John Roderick, announced his retirement on Monday afternoon. Roderick spent the last 26 years leading the Cardinals football program. In those 26 years, he led one of the most successful programs in the state of Missouri and in the country. The Cardinals won 90% of their games under Roderick, including 13 state championships and 22 district titles. We had a chance to visit with him yesterday about his retirement and why now is the right time for him to move on.
Day and thought about it. It's something, as you get nearer to it, to the ability to retire, like in the school system, it kind of becomes something that gets on your mind a little bit more and more. You do something for a really, really long time. It's, I don't know, monotonous is maybe a word that I've thought about, but it's, I think change can be good in a lot of ways, not just, for me, even for our program.
Still to come, more than 24 far-right suspects have been arrested in connection with an attempt to overthrow the German government. And we've got another check of your rainy forecast when the KOAM Morning News returns. Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News, 5:14 on this Thursday morning. Time for a little weather trivia for you. We want to know which thunderstorm component kills the most people each year. Is it tornadoes, flooding, hurricanes, or lightning? While you think about that, we're going to tell you about a traffic alert that we do have for our friends in Webb City this morning. Stadium Drive from Campbell to Prospect is going to be closed starting at 9 a.m. today, and that will run until December the 10th on Saturday. Drivers are urged to find an alternate route as they do some sewer work. We've got some shower activity across the area. We had some good heavier rain earlier today. Or not earlier, goodness, this is where our day starts. So overnight, we had some heavier rain. We still have some out there. Rain chances will start to taper off a bit through the morning and early afternoon. Then we see some additional scattered shower chances increase a little bit later. We do have some fog out there, thankfully not as dense as what it has been, but do be cautious if you're traveling. And of course, it's raining in Joplin right now, 49 degrees, north breeze at 3 miles an hour. Across the area, we're not too bad. We have 4068 Center Chinook, 47 Parsons, 46 Pittsburgh, 47 Lamar, 50 Neosho, and we're wrapping up 49 in Miami. Live look at the MoDOT camera at I-44 and Rangeline looking east. It looks good. Got a yellow light for your morning drive for the showers that we're going to see. Wet roads obviously a concern. Same thing for the drive home. We'll have scattered showers as we head into the evening hours, so be careful on those wet roads. Kids getting on the bus, 49, some showers, calm breezes, and maybe some morning fog out there when they get home. We're just looking at those showers, 56 degrees with a south breeze at about 5 to 10. Heading for a high of 61, showers throughout the day. They'll be scattered as we go into the afternoon, and as we head into the overnight, we start to clear out a bit. We're going to be partly to mostly cloudy, dropping back down to a low of 48 degrees. So now for the answer to our trivia question as to which thunderstorm component kills the most people each year. Well, if you picked B, flooding, you would be correct. In fact, flooding is the #1 killer in thunderstorms. It's by far the most underrated threat that a thunderstorm poses to people. We have some additional rain chances as we head into Saturday morning, and then Monday some shower chances. Tuesday, though, we got thunderstorms, and we are watching the possibility of some severe weather Tuesday. Of course, we'll keep you updated as we get closer, and you can see, though, after that Tuesday system, we get downright chilly, 48 by next Wednesday. Well, Kansas City, after shutting its doors Wednesday due to an online threat. The threat, they say, is connected to a hateful incident during a basketball game Saturday where a student used a racial slur. Lily Wu has the rest of the story.
No school on Wednesday for Valley Center students.
It was just very shocking, very overwhelming.
Annalise Hallman and Lexi Benson were at the Saturday basketball game between Valley Center and Topeka High. They say the game was tense and emotions were running high when a student crossed the line.
One of the students said the N-word towards the other student on the other team who was black. He was escorted by one of our administrators out of the student section and then returned later.
I heard it and I turned to my friend and I said, "Did you hear that?" And she said, "Yeah." It definitely doesn't reflect the entire student body. I know that that's something I wouldn't say. I don't hang around people who say things like that. I know there are students who do say it, but that's their choice and not mine.
In a joint letter to staff and families at both Topeka and Valley Center schools, the two superintendents say they're working jointly to uncover the facts about what occurred Saturday, where some students heard vulgar and racist language.
How did that make you feel?
Very unsafe, but also I wasn't shocked. Stuff like that happens at school pretty frequently, which is terrible.
Now these teenagers hope there's a learning opportunity here.
Understand what they did was wrong. Whether they go to Topeka or they go to Valley, there were things on both sides that were wrong. And I hope people understand their wrongs and take accountability for their actions.
Both teams are in the wrong. Neither of us are right in the circumstance. And we need to find a way to make sure that every student, regardless of which school they go to, feels safe and heard.
The school has beefed up security, but says if parents don't feel comfortable sending their child to school, the absence will be excused. That brings us to our question for you this morning. How should students be held accountable for their actions? Should it be through discipline, through positive reinforcement, or maybe something else? You can vote through our website, through our app, and take part in the discussion on our Facebook page. We'll be back with Health Watch right after this.
Right now, it's at 5:30. It's time to help feed the 4 states. We sat down with Wesley House in Pittsburgh to learn how Fox 14 Feed the 4 States campaign helps them during the holiday season.
We've got wet roads across the area as rain continues to fall. We're going to take a look at your full forecast coming up.
Also, our very own Jalen Banks sits down with the Better Business Bureau to learn more about pet scams.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 5:27. I am Amber Jenkins.
I'm Chris Warner. Tanya borrowed this pen.
Oh.
Like 2 weeks ago. I never got it back. I just found it on the floor. See how it is.
I am guilty of stealing my coworkers' pens too. So.
Well, but the thing is, she actually borrowed it, but
Good.
now I have it back. I've had to take pens from 100 other places. I'm gonna have to hide them really well. No more borrowing pens for Tanya, and you stay away from my pens. From what I just heard from you, you stay away from the pens. You have no important how important these pens are. Okay. Hey, so it's raining outside. We also have a traffic alert for our friends in Webb City this morning as work is set to begin on Stadium Drive in Webb City. From Campbell to Prospect, it's going to be closed. Starts at 9 a.m. today. Will not reopen until this Saturday. It's for some sewer work. Drivers are urged to find an alternate route. We also still have some rain falling across the area, and this rain will become more scattered as we head into the afternoon hours. So you can see our rain chances drop off in the afternoon, and then we have one more good round of maybe some showers out there as we head into late tonight, and then once we get into the overnight, things look good. We do have some fog across the area. Thankfully, so far, not nearly as dense as it has been the last few days, but do be cautious. Raining in Joplin right now, 48 degrees, feels like 45. Temperatures across the region hovering right around that same point. 43 Iola, 47 Parsons, 48 Chatopa, 49 Miami, and 50 over in Carthage right now. I-44 and Rangeline, MoDOT camera there shows the wet highways. We do have a yellow light for that morning drive with the rain showers across the area, and then we have a yellow light for the drive home for some additional scattered rain showers, and of course slick spots on the road. Kids getting on the bus. Calm winds, 49, some showers, maybe some fog out there for some of you when they get home. Maybe some more showers. 56 by 3 o'clock. We're looking at a high today, 61, not bad. Scattered showers throughout the day, and then again we get another little increase in them this evening. And then as we head into the overnight hours, we drop back down to 48 degrees with partly to mostly cloudy skies. We do have some additional storm chances out there and some roller coaster temperatures. We're going to talk about all that in the 7-day coming up.
I really appreciate it, Chris. Thank you.
Anytime.
The Kansas Bureau of Investigation and Neosho County Sheriff Office are investigating a possible homicide after a woman was found dead at a rural residence in Chanute, Kansas. On Tuesday night around 5 p.m., authorities were conducting a welfare check at 6845 100 Road in Chanute. When they arrived, they found the body of 47-year-old Elena Aspera of Chanute next to the field near the home. Authorities say the person of interest was arrested on unrelated charges out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. There are no word yet on the charges. Firefighters respond to flames and smoke coming from the Southwest Missouri home. Early Wednesday morning, the fire started around 5 a.m. on the 200 block of 8th Street. Both Sarcoxy Fire and Rural Fire Departments responded along with Mercy Ambulance and Jasper County Sheriff deputies. We were told that the fire started at the back of the home and the 2 adults inside both made it out safely. Our Feed the 4 States campaign is underway at Fox 14. We teamed up with West Cove Home Furnishing once again to help our food pantries in the area this holiday season. A lot of the 4 states rely on food banks, and this time of year, budgets can be tight. One of the area food pantries partnering with the Feed the 4 States campaign is the Wesley House in Pittsburgh. The Wesley House is the largest food pantry in Crawford County, serving more than 5,000 residents.
Be able to think beyond those basic needs, we have to meet those basic needs. And so having food on the table and being able to cook your own food and essentially, right, food pantries kind of provide a sort of grocery, aside experience.
You can give a monetary donation to our Feed the 4 States campaign online at koamnewsnow.com/feed. Or all day today, you can call 1-888-620-4869 to donate. The number of pet scams have declined, but it's not all good news. KOAM's Jalen Banks looks at how we can avoid those scams this holiday season.
According to the Better Business Bureau, the amount of money lost to pet scams is increasing, and pet scam losses are expected to reach at least $2 million in North America.
And the average amount that a consumer is losing has gone up. It's averaging about $850 in 2022, which is up from about $755 in 2021.
And the Better Business Bureau says scammers find ways to ask for money other than just the pet.
Then they start coming back to the consumer asking for additional charges for shipping and then additional charges for things like temperature controlled crates or insurance. Sometimes they're telling folks that their credit cards are declined and they would like payment via a peer-to-peer payment application like Venmo or Zelle.
One way the Better Business Bureau recommends avoiding this scam is seeing the pet before the purchase.
First of all, ask to see the pet, even in a video chat, because a lot of these pets simply don't exist. You can also do a reverse image search to see if that same puppy is up for sale on multiple sites.
They also suggest adoption is another safe route when wanting a new pet.
We have a adoption process that each adopter goes through. So when they come in, there is a pre-adoption survey that they fill out. It's a 2-page basic questions, ultimately we want to match the new family with the best pet for them. So it's a lifetime commitment for that pet, and we really just want to ensure that it's a good match.
The Bureau says it's common for these red flags to be ignored because people are wanting these new family friends just in time for the holidays, but stress that you continue to do your research. In Joplin, Jalen Banks, KOAM News.
If you believe you or someone else you know has been affected or a victim of a scam like this, you should contact the Better Business Bureau. This morning we are discussing how students should be held accountable.
There's no school on Wednesday for Valley Center students. Annalise Heilman and Lexi Benson were at the Saturday basketball game between Valley Center and Topeka High. They say the game was tense and emotions were running high when a student crossed the line.
In a joint letter to staff and families at both Topeka Valley Center High Schools, the two superintendents say they are working jointly to uncover the facts about what occurred Saturday and where some of the students heard the vulgar language.
That brings us to our question for you this morning. How should students be held accountable for their actions? Should it be through discipline, positive reinforcement, or something else? So far, 100% of you say positive reinforcement. Remember, you can vote through our website, through the app, and of course, take part in the discussion on our Facebook page. Quick check of your 7-day forecast for you. So 56 tomorrow, partly cloudy, maybe some morning showers Saturday. Not a bad Sunday. Some showers on Monday, and then we are watching the thunderstorm chances on Tuesday. We do have a chance of maybe some strong to severe thunderstorms Tuesday, and we'll keep an eye on that for you. But after that system exits out of here, look at Wednesday, we drop down to 48 degrees for the highs. So we're going to get cold after this next round of rain.
Wow, that is pretty cold. I'm not looking forward to the cold, but here I am.
Yeah,
it's coming.
It's coming. I mean, we're in December. It's not going to be much longer before all of a sudden it is freezing on a regular basis.
Winter is coming.
It is.
You like the Game of Thrones. That's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on KOAM Morning News. We meet some secret Santas looking to make people's holidays season a little better.
Plus, some rhinos in the UK celebrate Christmas.
Topping World Watch. More which began early Wednesday morning are continuing across the country. Nick Robinson has more details from London.
Well, the German authorities say they have averted a plot to take down Germany's government at the Bundestag in Berlin. They say that this could have been potentially very violent, that this would have been a violent coup d'etat. This small right-wing organization, the Reichsbürgers, believe that the German state is illegitimate, has been, they believe, since the end of World War II. So it is a minority conspiracy theory-based group. Nevertheless, the police say they had actually put together a plot not only for this violent coup d'etat, but who they were going to place in various different ministerial positions, who was going to run Germany's army after this coup d'etat. The police say they've taken 25 people into custody so far, 22 of them members of the group, 3 of them supporters of the group, but there are another 27 members or supporters of this group that the police are still chasing. This is one of the largest police operations in Germany. More than 3,000 police officers involved, more than 150 premises searched, and the police are saying right now it's hard to know how detailed the planning for this potential coup was, how big this plot was, how many people are involved in it. It's going to take a lot longer before they get to the end of this investigation. Nick Robertson, London.
At least one police officer was killed and several others were injured following a suspected suicide bombing at a police station in Indonesia. According to officials, 7 police and 1 civilian life was injured in the blast. The local media and outlet Antara has said that the explosion took place in the morning time in local time. The alleged attackers were also believed to have died. A man convicted in the 2002 deadly Bali attacks has been released from an Indonesian prison. 55-year-old Umar Patek was granted parole Wednesday after serving less than 12 years of a 20-year sentence. He was found guilty of helping build a car bomb that was detonated outside a nightclub in Kuta Beach on the island of Bali. Patek was a member of Al-Qaeda linked to network which is blamed for the October 2002 bombings at 2 nightclubs. 202 people were killed in the attacks, including 88 Australians. Indonesia authorities have said Patek was successfully reformed in prison and they will use him to influence other militants to turn away from terrorism. A federal judge has thrown out a lawsuit against the Saudi prince Ahmad bin Salman for killing Jamal Khashoggi. The Washington Post journalist's fiancé filed the lawsuit in federal court against bin Salman for the murder. It was dismissed because of a prime minister. Bin Salman is entitled to the head of state immunity. Judge John Bates expressed his uneasiness in having to throw out the case. He points out that bin Salman was made a prime minister after the murder and says it was probably a ploy designed specifically to get him immunity. Bates also issued a dismissal for a former deputy head of Saudi intelligence Ahmad Asari on judicial grounds. The Treasury Department believes he was the ringleader in the operation to kill Khashoggi. A bird treasure is discovered in central England. Archaeologists unearthed a 1,300-year-old gold necklace that features garnets and semi-precious stones. The piece of jewelry and other items were found at an excavation site chosen for a future housing development. Researchers from the Museum London Archaeology say they believe the necklace was buried with a powerful woman who might have been a princess. Although this discovery was made in April, the official announcement was held until now. Officials say it could take a few years before all the research on the items are complete, but they could eventually end up on public display. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and the spirit of Ukraine has been named Time Magazine's Person of the Year for 2022. The publication says it awarded Zelensky for the accolade for proving that courage can be as contagious as fear, for steering people and nations to come together in defense of freedom and reminding the world of fragility of democracy and peace. Time editor-in-chief Edward Housenell adding the choice to put Zelensky on the cover was clear-cut. Zelensky, an actor, comedian turned politician, was elected president in 2019 and has withstood almost 10 months of attacks from Russian forces after they invaded Ukraine February 24th. He inspired his country and the world during this time of extreme violence and uncertainty. Christmas came a little early as a pair of rhinos at the ZSL Winnipeg Zoo. Staffers gave Zunwa, a one-horned rhino, and her mother, Bahan, big gifts bags full of their favorite foods. Mother and daughter obviously enjoyed the gift as they quickly started to devour delicacies like cabbage, carrots, and hay. ZSL website says the largest zoo in the UK, and officials say the 3-year-old rhino calf and the mother would love to see visitors during the end of the year holiday season. That's a look at some of today's of the biggest headlines around the world. Here's Chris with another forecast.
It happens, sometimes I just can't read. That's why weather's a little easier for me because I make up the words. I don't have to read the words. I just have to look at this and tell you it's raining. We've still got some decent rain showers across parts of southeast Kansas, southwest Missouri, starting to break up a bit, and that'll be the trend. So our precipitation chances remain a little bit on the high side as we go through the morning, and then they'll start to taper off. Still some scattered showers, and then we see better rain chances later tonight, and then overnight we start to clear out. We do have some fog across the area, so we're looking at 1.9 visibility in Joplin, just under 3 miles in Pittsburgh and Miami, so do be cautious if you're driving. You can see fog and rain falling in Joplin, right? Well, the fog's not falling, but it's foggy and there's rain falling. 48 degrees. See, I don't always get it right either. It's 48 in Joplin right now, 46 in Chanute, Pittsburgh, 47 Parsons, 48 Chatopa, 49 Miami, 50 Neosho and Monette. MoDOT camera looking live at I-44 from Range Line. We got wet roads, got some fog out there. Yellow light for the morning drive for the showers, and again, a bit of patchy fog. Yellow light for the drive home for a few more scattered showers. Kids getting on the bus, they might have some fog to contend with, as well as the rain. 49 degrees at 7 a.m., calm winds. Maybe a few scattered showers again when they get home. 56 by 3 o'clock. We're heading for a high today right around 61 degrees. Scattered showers throughout the day, and again later this evening we have another uptick in the showers, and then by overnight we get to partly to mostly cloudy skies. We cool off quickly though, back down to 48 for the overnight low, and then we're watching additional systems. So again, Thursday this evening we'll have some of the rain. Saturday early morning, you can see this is 3 a.m. Maybe some heavy rain, maybe a rumble of thunder or two, and then by the afternoon hours it clears out. We're clear Friday, maybe a few scattered showers on Monday, and then as we head into Tuesday, that's where we're watching the chance for possibly some strong to severe thunderstorms, and of course we'll keep an eye on that for you. So 56 tomorrow, partly cloudy, maybe those morning showers on Saturday. 53, pretty good day Sunday if you got something you need to do. 57, rain showers possible Monday, watching those thunderstorm chances on Tuesday. 66, and then Wednesday after that system, that cold front comes through, boy, it gets cold. We get down in the 40s, back down to the 30s by the end of the week, and our nice, mild, decent overnight lows go back below freezing as we head into the end of next week. We've got a lot more of the KOAM Morning News coming your way.
Here's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door. The Kansas Bureau of Investigation and Neosho County Sheriff Office are investigating a possible homicide after a woman was found dead at a rural residence in Chanute, Kansas. On Tuesday night around 5 p.m., authorities were conducting a welfare check at 6845 160th Road in Chanute. When they arrived, they found the body of 47-year-old Elena Aspera of Chanute next to the field near the home. Authorities say the person of interest was arrested on unrelated charges out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. There are no word yet on the charges. For the fourth time in 2 weeks, a Rangeline convenience store has been burglarized. It has happened 2 times in the last 2 days. Joplin police say they are investigating all of the break-ins at the Zips convenience store, and they believe it's the same people breaking in each time, costing thousands of dollars of damages. In the security cam video, you can see 2 men and 1 woman break doors and windows and steal items. If you have any information on the suspects, call the Joplin Police Department. You can find more on the incidents and security camera pictures of the suspects on the KOAM News Now app. Firefighters responded to flames and smoke coming from a Southwest Missouri home early Wednesday morning. The fire started around 5 a.m. on the 200 block of 8th Street. Both Sarcoxy Fire and Rural Fire Departments responded along with Mercy Ambulance and Jasper County Sheriff deputies. We were told the fire started in the back of the home and the 2 adults inside made it out safely. Scenic Park in Neosho, Missouri is getting a new addition, constructing a new dog park. The city paid more than $17,000 with a separate $15,000 donation for fencing and some features. Features range from cones the dogs can run through, a bridge for the dogs, a bench for grooming, and even dog watering stations. That's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door.
And that forecast as you head out the door, we got some fog, we got some rain across the area. 48 in Joplin, feeling like 45 with a light north-northeast breeze. 40s for the most part across the region. 46 Chanute, 48 Chatopa, 49 Miami, 46 Lamar, and 49 in Carthage. MoDOT camera at I-44 in Range Line. You got wet roads out there. We got those damp conditions and the fog, so we do have a yellow light for the scattered showers, maybe some fog through the morning, and yellow light for the drive home for some additional scattered showers as we head through the day. Kids getting on the bus at 7 a.m. We're looking at some fog possible, some rain, 49 degrees with a calm breeze, and as they get home, 56, maybe a few showers out there, and a south breeze at about 5 to 10. Heading for a high of 61 today. We'll have the scattered showers throughout the day. As we head into the evening, the shower chances will increase just a bit, and then we'll start to clear out as we head into the overnight, at least in terms of rain. Still be partly to mostly cloudy, dropping back to a low of 48 degrees. And as we take a look at the 7-day forecast, we got decent tomorrow, maybe some showers the first half of Saturday. Decent on Sunday. Monday, some showers, 62. We're watching the possibility of maybe some strong to severe thunderstorms on Tuesday. We'll keep an eye on that for you. And after that cold front that sweeps through, look at Wednesday, 48 degrees. We get downright cold after that. We got a lot more of the KOAM Morning News right after this.
Police in Shawnee, Kansas are spreading some holiday cheer this season thanks to a little help from a Secret Santa.
Alan Shope has more.
She asked if she could hug me.
It's a different kind of patrol on Wednesday.
Jerry, I'm Officer Velasquez. Nice to meet you, Jerry.
Nice to meet you. The officer on the lookout for people in the Shawnee community, just being themselves.
So what I'd like to give you, Jerry, is a $100 bill.
Well, thank you so much. The department's spending the month passing out a donation by an anonymous Secret Santa, several thousands of dollars, all to be given to Shawnee residents.
Spread some holiday cheer. It makes the citizens feel good. It makes the officers feel good.
Oh, well, thank you so much. That's very nice.
Absolutely. So there you go. There's $100 there. So.
Wow, thank you.
It's random Shawnee officers on random days when they're not on calls, just looking for people to pass out money to.
Do you mind if I help you with the holidays? So what I like to do is just present you with a $100 bill.
They're asked if they want to do it. They've come in with some good stories.
So I got a little choked up. It was really neat to provide a $100 bill. I shouldn't expect it.
It's a holiday tradition the department's been doing for nearly a decade. They say thanks to this anonymous donor, their officers are able to go out in the community and meet people and put smiles on faces.
Maybe we get a couple here. That's yours, my friend.
I was just like thinking to myself, like, I ain't gonna make it to next payday.
If I can maybe make someone's day a little bit better by providing this $100 bill, I'm all for it.
Wow, that is so wonderful to see. And you know what? I would love for a cop to give me $100.
That would be wonderful. And you know, I've heard of this happening before. In fact, the local police department, I think around the Springfield area, did something similar a year or two ago. So it's just absolutely great that they're out there helping like that. We got another check of your rainy forecast when we come back. We've still got some rain, even some fog out there across the area, and that'll be the trend through most of the day. 48 in Joplin, feeling like 46 with north breeze at about 5 miles an hour. We do have temperatures for the most part in the 40s. We've got 46 Chinook, 48 Chitopa, 49 Miami, 49 Carthage, and 46 in Lamar. MoDOT camera, I-44 and Rangeline, looking wet. We got a yellow light for the morning drive because we do have those showers, maybe some fog. And then we have a yellow light for the drive home as we'll continue to see scattered showers throughout the day. Kids getting on the bus may need to deal with a little bit of fog and some rain. 49 degrees at 7 a.m. Winds shift out of the south later. We're 56, more rain showers by 3 o'clock. We are heading for a high today of 61 degrees with scattered showers throughout the day. They'll taper off a bit in the afternoon, and then by late evening, we'll start to see them pick back up again. By the time we get into the overnight, though, we're going to be left with partly to mostly cloudy skies, dropping back down to a low of 48 degrees. We've got continued rain chances as we head on through into the weekend. So we've got a good day Friday, maybe some rain showers on Saturday, lasting maybe about until noon or so. And we have partly cloudy skies, mild on Sunday, not bad, 57. Rain showers Monday. We are watching the possibility of a few strong to severe thunderstorms Tuesday. So we will watch that as a cold front sweeps through the area, but otherwise thunderstorms a definite possibility. And then after that system pushes through, we get cold. Temperatures drop back through the 40s into the 30s by next weekend. And these nice overnight lows that we've been seeing, even though some have been a bit chilly, they're going to get really cold as temperatures are going to drop back below freezing as we head into the end of next week. We do have word that CBS News will have a breaking news report at the top of the hour, and we'll be covering that. We'll be going to CBS News for that at 6 o'clock, and then we'll come back to the KOAM Morning News as soon as possible. We'll see you here in a few minutes.
Right now at 6, authorities begin a homicide investigation after discovering the body of a Chinook, Kansas woman during a welfare check.
We've got rain and fog across the area to start our day. As you can see on this camera here, we're going to take another look at your forecast coming up.
Also, KOAM, Fox 14, and all of our community partners team up once again to set the table so we can help feed the 4 states.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. I am Amber Jenkins.
I'm Chris Warner. So as we mentioned just a few moments ago, we're waiting on a breaking news report from CBS News.
Yep.
And as soon as they come on the air, we'll be switching to that special report. But for right now, we're going to continue through our morning newscast as normal. And we're going to start with some of those rain chances that we're seeing across the region because it is continuing to rain. Excuse me. As you can see, the rain's starting to break up a little bit across southeast Kansas, and that's going to start to end up being the trend as we go through the rest of the day. We're going to start to see showers taper off a bit. We'll have scattered showers through the day, and then later this evening, they'll pick back up again before we get into the overnight. We've also got some fog to contend with as well, and following that, going to be all right. We got the rain, we got some fog in Joplin right now. It is 48 degrees. North breeze is at 5 miles an hour. Temperatures across the region, for the most part, are holding into the 40s. We got 47 Chetopa, 49 Miami. Starting to warm up to the south, 50 in Neosho, Monette, 49 in Carthage. I-44 camera from MoDOT at Range Line and I-44 looking wet. We got a rainy start. Yellow light for your morning drive with those showers across the region. Yellow light for the drive home as we continue to see some scattered shower chances. Kids getting on the bus dealing with some fog, dealing with some rain. Looking at 49 degrees, and then when they get home, a breeze shifts out of the south. That's why we warm up 56 by 3 and maybe some scattered showers. Again, scattered showers throughout the day. Looking for a high of 61 degrees today, so not bad. Just a little bit damp out there. As we head into tonight, rain will let up. We'll start to see partly to mostly cloudy skies, dropping back down to a low of 48 degrees. So we'll take a look at your 7-day forecast here in a couple of minutes. But again, we're also waiting on that CBS News special report. As soon as it comes up, we will go to CBS for the special report.
Thank you, Chris. Authorities arrest a person of interest after information from North Carolina leads to the body of a Chanute, Kansas woman. On Tuesday night around 5 p.m., authorities were conducting a welfare check at 6845 160th Road in Chanute. When they arrived, they found the body of 47-year-old Elena Aspera of Chanute next to a field near the home. Authorities say the person of interest was arrested on unrelated charges out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. There is no word yet on the charges. Burglaries break into Range Line convenience stores for the 4th time in 2 weeks. It has happened 2 times in the past 3 days. Joplin police say that they are investigating all the break-ins at the Zip convenience store, and they believe it is the same people breaking in each time, costing thousands of dollars in damages. In the security cam video, you can see 2 men and 1 woman break doors and windows to steal items. If you have any information on the suspects, call the Joplin Police Department. You can also find more on the incidents and security camera photos of the suspects on the KOAM News Now app. Firefighters respond to flames and smoke coming from a Southwest Missouri home early Wednesday morning. The fire started around 5 a.m. on the 200 block of 8th Street. Both Sacoxy Fire and Rural Fire Departments responded, along with Mercy Ambulance and Jasper County Sheriff deputies. We're told that the fire started in the back of the home and the 2 adults inside both made it out safely. A lot of the forestaters rely on food banks, and this time of year it can be very tight on budgets. One of the area food pantries partnering with the Feed the 4 States campaign is the Wesley House in Pittsburgh. The Wesley House is the largest food pantry in Crawford County, serving more than 5,000 residents.
Because folks are hosting more, or they're thinking of those that are in need as well.
You can give monetary donations on our Feed the 4 States campaign online at komnewsnow.com/feed, or all day today you can call 1-888-620-4869 to donate. The number of pet scams have declined, but it's not all good news. According to the Better Business Bureau, the amount of money lost to those scams are increasing. Pet scams losses are expected to reach at least $2 million in North America. Consumers affected by a pet scam lost an average of $850 each this year.
On a popular breed, and they pay that money, but then they start coming back to the consumer asking for additional charges for shipping, and then additional charges for things like temperature controlled crates or insurance.
The BBB recommends going to a local animal shelters and pet stores because you can actually see the pet before you purchase it. Scenic Park in Neosho, Missouri is getting a new addition. Construction recently began on a new dog park. The city paid more than $17,000 with a separate $15,000 donation for fencing and some features. Features range from cones the dogs can run through, a bridge for the dogs, and a bench for grooming, and even some dog watering stations.
Yes, and we have had, and the city has purchased some of the features as well, such as, and I say features, and other things that could be included in that is benches, picnic tables, and
The Parks and Recreation Department also applied for a $25,000 grant to add more features. It will be free to the public and is expected to be completed by January 31st.
All right, a look at that 7-day forecast. Looking good tomorrow, 56. Some rain showers for the first half of Saturday, 53. A good Sunday for you. Rain showers Monday. Watching the possibility of some strong to maybe severe thunderstorms on Tuesday with a cold front. And after that cold front pushes through, take a look at what it does for us. Wednesday, we drop back down to 48 for a high. And again, we're still getting some information on the CBS News special report. It may be coming up a little bit later this morning, but one way or the other, if it comes up, we'll get to it and let you know what's going on.
We'll keep you up to date, of course. That's a look at today's top morning stories and weather in the first 7 minutes on the news. Coming up on the KOAM Morning News, we are headed into the Chief Anthony's Test Kitchen to say tres maigre to a delicious cordon bleu recipe. I am very bad at French.
That's all right. Plus, the FBI has uncovered 2 more classified documents from a storage facility in Florida, possibly removed from the White House by former President Donald Trump. We'll have the latest.
And the new medical study recommends yoga as an effective option for managing blood pressure. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. More real news in the morning. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. We've got Chef Anthony Fisher from Pittsburgh High School in the Chef Anthony Test Kitchen this morning. Welcome. Good to see you.
You as well. How are you this morning?
Good, good. It's been at least a week since I saw you last.
Yeah, I think it's been about that.
About that long, because, I mean, what is it? You come about every week, right?
Yeah. You're looking a little famished there, man. You not eating without me?
No, I don't eat unless you're here. So I go a week at a time with no food.
I can imagine. Sounds about right.
You make some excellent food, and you've got something excellent prepped for us today.
Yeah, we're going to make a play on chicken cordon bleu. Chicken cordon bleu requires you to use blue cheese and ham, and I don't like blue cheese.
Understandable.
So I do my own play on it. We're going to do kind of a chicken cordon bleu play and do a stuffed chicken breast, but we're going to do it an easy way.
Okay.
So what I have is a chicken breast here, and you want to make sure that you get your chicken breast down to about ½ inch thick. You don't want it to be too much larger, because then you end up with a giant chicken breast and a big giant pile of mush.
Yeah, you don't want to cook mush.
Yeah, we don't want to do the mush. So I have taken my chicken breast and I've laid it between 2 pieces of plastic wrap, and I cushioned my cutting board, taken my favorite rolling pin, and we're just going to start going through and flattening it out. And you want to work evenly across the whole thing. You don't want to go, okay, I'm going to do a little bit here, then a little bit over here. You want to work evenly so that you flatten it out even.
Okay.
So, and you don't take much, because once it starts to break down, it goes really quick. And there it goes, it's starting to break down. So now you can see it's actually spreading out, getting a little wider. And that's about as wide as I want it, because I don't want to go too big, because then I'm just going to make a mess with it.
Good.
So I'm going to unwrap it, just like so, and it looks so good. And if you do this and leave it laying out on your plastic wrap, the plastic wrap will actually help you to roll it and pin it when you're all done.
Okay.
Make life real easy for you. And I'm going to take these off, and I'm going to lay in some pepperoni. And I'm just going to kind of lay it in a little bit. And I'm starting on the small side so I can roll into the larger side and help hold it together a little bit easier. And I'm going to add just a little bit more, because I'm going to leave, like when we did our pork, I left about 1 inch on the end.
Right.
So that as you roll it up, you have a little room to let it close. Now I'm going to lay in some cheese, and I'm going to go kind of light on the cheese. Just about like so. Now there's lots of different ways that you can go about this. Depending upon what mood I'm in and what seasonings I'm using and what I'm putting inside of it, if you're going to do a heavy seasoning on the chicken breast, do it on the inside.
Okay.
It'll hold all those seasonings in, because we're going to put it in an egg wash and then roll it in panko crumbs. And if you put it all on the outside of it, it's going to wash away. So,
okay, so you want to season the inside of this guy.
Yeah, and then we're just going to very gently use the plastic to help us roll it right up. Just like so. And then pin it closed on the ends. I usually use a couple of skewers, but you don't want to put them on until after you roll it and you're getting ready to put it into the oven, because now if you pin them now, you can't really get a good egg wash coating on it.
Okay.
So we're gonna take it right on over. And I just have 2 eggs that I've whisked together, add a little bit of water to, because I don't need it necessarily really heavy, but I need it enough to help hold the panko crumbs on. And if you use a pan that has a wall on it, all you have to do is lay it in, pull it to the edge, and roll it for a nice even coating.
Okay, that seems pretty simple.
It is very simple. And then move it right on over to my panko crumbs and give it one nice flip, and then start tossing the panko on top of it and letting the loose ones fall right off of it, just like so. And then when you're ready for the oven, take it right out, pin it shut, go right through this side right here and once through the ends. So use nice big long bamboo skewers like you're going to make kebabs, and away you go, and easy peasy. Super simple. You can do this at home tonight for dinner.
Well, I'm not allowed to cook for reasons, but I can show my wife this recipe, and she loves to do things like that.
Yeah.
So she's always looking for something new to make. So this looks like something that she could enjoy.
Oh, yes.
Pretty simple.
Put it on a cookie sheet inside the oven for 350 degrees to 400 degrees, depending upon how well your oven heats. And just cook it till the internal temperature is 175 degrees.
All right. Well, we'll have more on this when we switch over to Fox 14 with Chef Anthony and this recipe. And, of course, you'll find all of this information on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. And we will be right back after this.
Topping Nation Watch this morning, CBS News at a storage site in Florida used by former President Donald Trump. Trump's legal team oversaw the latest search at the direction of federal judge. Gerald Hill reports from New York.
The Justice Department's hunt for classified government documents possibly removed from the White House by Donald Trump is picking up steam. A U.S. official confirmed to CBS News that representatives for the former president alerted the FBI that they recovered 2 items with classified markings at a storage facility in Florida. The official confirmed the items were inside a sealed box.
The disregard and disdain for legal norms and rules simply cannot be accepted from anyone. No one is above the law.
The new discovery comes just months after federal agents confiscated more than 300 classified documents at Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate.
Yet another instance in which Trump has failed to comply with lawful demands to return them.
Trump's legal team oversaw the latest search for papers at the direction of a federal judge to ensure they were properly complying with a subpoena issued earlier this year. The locations they examined included the president's golf club at Bedminster, New Jersey, Trump Tower in New York, and the storage facility in Florida.
The first question now is the Department of Justice satisfied they have everything? If they don't, how are they going to get the rest?
A spokesperson for the former president says, quote, Trump and his counsel continue to be cooperative and transparent, despite the unprecedented, illegal, and unwarranted attacks against him. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
The Justice Department recently appointed a special counsel, Jack Smith, to head up the agency investigations into the documents found at Mar-a-Lago. That's a look at one of today's top national stories. Here's Chris with a look at your forecast.
Yeah, and we actually do have a traffic alert for our friends in Webb City, as there's going to be a road closure impacting Stadium Drive. This road closure for Stadium Drive is going to be closed from Campbell to Prospect. It starts today at 9 a.m. and will reopen this Saturday for some sewer work, and drivers are, of course, urged to find an alternate route. Still got some rain hanging on in southwest Missouri, a few scattered showers across southeast Kansas, and that's the way it's going to be the rest of today. So as we go through the rest of the morning, those rain chances taper off, but we will still have some scattered showers out there. They'll pick up again late tonight, and then they'll taper off as we head into the overnight hours. We also have some fog out there, so do be cautious. Not as dense as it has been the last few days, but still watch out, especially across southeast Kansas and northeast Oklahoma. 7th and Rangeline, you can see there is some fog and still some shower activity in Joplin. 48 degrees, feels like 46 right now. Across the region, it's mostly 40s, but some of us to the south are starting to get in on some warmer air as this low pressure system tracks on out of here. We have 47 Parsons, 48 Chitopa, 49 Miami, 50 Neosho, and 49 up in Carthage. Live look look at the MoDOT camera at I-44 and Range Line. Wet roads out there, and we do have a yellow light for that morning drive as we're looking at those scattered showers throughout the morning, and a yellow light for the drive home as we have additional scattered showers throughout the evening hours. Kids getting on the bus might have to deal with a little bit of fog this morning and some showers, 49 degrees. And as we look into the afternoon, 56 by 3 o'clock and some scattered showers still possible. Heading for a high today of 61 degrees. And as I've mentioned a couple of dozen times now, scattered showers throughout the day. But as we head into the overnight, we start to clear out from the rain. We'll get partly to mostly cloudy skies, and we'll drop back down to a low of 48 degrees. On the 7-day forecast, that's where things get a little more interesting. Going to tomorrow, not bad, 56 degrees and partly cloudy, and then we'll have some rain for the first half of Saturday, and then it'll be mostly cloudy after that. Partly cloudy and decent on Sunday. Showers on Monday, a little bit warmer, and then we're watching a cold front Tuesday that could bring us some thunderstorms. Some of these could be strong to severe, and of course we are keeping an eye on that for you as we get closer to Tuesday, but just an early heads up to keep your eye on Tuesday, because after this front moves through, we get cold. We drop back down into the 40s by Wednesday. Got a lot more right after this, but first, here's a live look from Katy Park in Chanute.
Topping Health Watch this morning, genetic predisposition to attention deficit hyperactivity disorder can predict cognitive decline later in life. That's according to researchers at the University of Pittsburgh School of Medicine. Doctors say more study needs to be determined if intervention treatment for ADHD can impact the future risk of developing Alzheimer's. People of color and others and those living in low-income homes are less likely to use insulin pumps to help manage type 1 diabetes, according to the UCLA researchers. This comes even as overall insulin pump surge has improved significantly over the last 20 years. The study authors say lack of access to the life-saving technology is causing disparity. Incorporating yoga into your regular exercise regimen could greatly improve your heart health. In a new study, Canadian doctors found yoga to be more effective than stretching for your cardio health and overall well-being. Researchers believe that their findings show yoga is a more viable option to help manage high blood pressure. Thousands of children won't get a chance to celebrate the holidays at home with their families because they're undergoing intense medical treatment. But as Michael George reports, many hospitals now offer a way to make their holidays a little brighter.
Jinx. Oh, I jinxed you.
8-year-old Aiden Schaefer has spent a lot of time in hospitals. He was diagnosed with leukemia at the age of 2.
You can't imagine. Your whole world crumbles. They're words that you never want to hear, that your child has cancer.
Denise and Patrick Schaefer say spending the holidays in a hospital room with Aiden and his brother Mason can be especially tough.
You try and do the best you can to make them feel normal. Meanwhile, as parents, we're crying inside, but you're making them happy so that they don't realize everything that's going on.
Mount Sinai's Kravis Children's Hospital launched a donation wish list to help kids undergoing treatment. Anyone can go on their website and choose gifts to donate to young patients. Last year, the hospital received more than 2,000 toys, enough for parents to find just what their child wants.
Caregivers don't have to worry about running out to the store, getting that toy or getting that item that their child has been wishing for.
It's a small gesture, but it can have a big impact, helping relieve the stress and anxiety children face in the hospital, especially during the holidays. Director of Patient and Family-Centered Care Diane Rohde says many children's hospitals offer similar programs.
Anyone in the country can check out their local children's hospital and look up the child life department in that hospital and learn the ways that they can be involved and engaged.
Denise says the gifts have meant a lot to Aiden.
Because of everything that Aiden's received, he wanted to be Santa in the hospital himself. And he wanted to be able to give out presents to other kids because of how it made him feel.
Donations that spread joy and help make a child's holiday wishes come true. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
The program administrators say that their biggest need for donations is for infants and teenagers. They recommend you to call your local children's hospital to ask them, how can you help? That's a look at some of today's top health stories. You're watching KOAM Morning News.
We've still got some rain to contend with out there, even some patchy fog. 7th and Range Line, roads are wet. Some light showers still falling in Joplin. 48 degrees, feeling like 46. We have got some folks warming up to the south, but otherwise we're in the 40s for the most part. 43 Iola, 46 Fort Scott, Nevada, Lamar, 49 in Carthage, Miami, and 50 in Neosho and Monette. I-44 camera from MoDOT looking east along the interstate. You can see the roads are wet out there. We do have a yellow light for your morning drive as we'll continue on with these scattered showers throughout the morning, and a yellow light for the drive home as we'll continue to see the chance for some scattered showers throughout the day. Maybe some fog, some rain to deal with for the kids at 7 a.m., 49 degrees, and when they get home, maybe still some scattered showers, 56 by 3 o'clock. Warming up today, though. We're heading for a high of 61 with on again, off again showers throughout the day. We'll have a slightly better chance of them later tonight, and then as we go into the overnight, we get to partly to mostly cloudy skies, and we're going to drop back down to a low of 48 degrees. 7-day forecast. The roller coaster ride continues, but it's starting to level out at least temporarily. 56 tomorrow, partly cloudy skies. Rain for the first half of your day Saturday. 53 mostly cloudy. 57 partly cloudy on Sunday. A good day to get some stuff done if you need to. Some showers possible Monday. Cold front starts to come in by Tuesday, and we are watching the thunderstorm chances. Some of these could be strong to severe. We're keeping an eye on that for you. But after that cold front sweeps through, temperatures drop quickly. We get back down into the 40s and 30s, and these pretty decent overnight lows drop below freezing as we head into the second half of next week. We've got a lot more of the KOAM Morning News right after this.
Right now at 6:30, authorities begin a homicide investigation after discovering the body of a Chanute, Kansas woman during a welfare check.
We've got rain, we've got some fog to contend with through today. The fog will burn off, the rain not so much. We'll break down your full forecast coming up.
KOAM, Fox 14, and all of our community partners team up once again to set the table so we can help feed the 4 states.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It is 6:32. I'm Amber Jenkins.
I'm Chris Warner. So it's raining outside right now, and it's going to continue to do so off and on throughout the day. Skywatch Storm Tracker showing us that rain. It's starting to break up a bit, and then this is what we're going to deal with throughout the day. It's just some scattered showers until later this evening. So you can take a look at the precipitation chances. As you see, as we get into later tonight, we see those chances ramp back up briefly, and then they'll calm back down, but we still have the slight chance of a stray shower or two throughout the day. Also some fog, especially in southeast Kansas, northeast Oklahoma, now starting to spread into parts of southwest Missouri. Not as dense as it's been, but it's definitely slow down. Give yourself plenty of time to get where you're going, especially now that the roads are wet. Need some extra stopping distance. Raining in Joplin with some fog, 48 degrees, feeling like 46 degrees right now. Temperatures across the region, we got 46 Chanute, Pittsburgh, and Lamar, Nevada, Fort Scott, 43 Iola, 49 in Miami, and 50 in Neosho and Monette. MoDOT camera at I-44 and Range Line looking east. It is, of course, wet out there, and we do have a yellow light for your morning drive with the showers across the area, and a yellow light for the drive home, as we'll see, again, isolated, widely scattered showers throughout the rest of the evening hours. Kids getting on the bus might have some fog to deal with and some rain. 49 degrees at 7 a.m. when they get home. At least the fog will be gone, but maybe again an isolated shower or two. 56 by 3 o'clock. Looking for a high of 61 today with those scattered showers throughout the afternoon. And then as we head into tonight, we'll start to clear out. We'll have partly to mostly cloudy skies. No rain though. 48 degrees for our overnight low. We are watching more rain chances and some thunderstorm chances next week that we're keeping an eye on. We'll tell you all about that in the 7-day forecast here in just a couple of minutes.
Nice. Thank you, Chris. Authorities arrest a person of interest after information from North Carolina leads to the body of a Chanute, Kansas woman. On Tuesday night around 5 p.m., authorities were conducting a welfare check at 6845 160th Road in Chanute. When they arrived, they found the body of a 47-year-old Elena Aspera of Chanute next to the field near the home. Authorities say the person of interest was arrested on unrelated charges out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. There is no word yet on the charges. Burglars break into a Range Line convenience store for the 4th time in 2 weeks. It has happened 2 times in the last 3 days. Joplin police say that they are investigating all of the break-ins at Zip convenience store, and they believe it is the same people breaking in each time, costing thousands of dollars in damages. In this security cam video, you can see 2 men and 1 woman break doors and windows and steal items. If you have any information on the suspects, call the Joplin Police Department Department. You can find more on the incidents and the security camera pictures of the suspects on KOAM News Now app. Firefighters responded to the flames and smoke coming out of a Southwest Missouri home early Wednesday morning. The fire started around 5 a.m. on the 200 block of 8th Street. Both Sococks Fire and Rural Fire Departments responded along with Mercy Ambulance and Jasper County Sheriff deputies. We're told the fire started in the back of the home and the 2 adults inside both made it out safely. A lot of the 4 staters rely on food banks, and this time of year, budgets can be tight. One of the area food pantries partnering with our Feed the 4 States campaign is the Wesley House in Pittsburgh. The Wesley House is the largest food pantry in Crawford County, serving more than 5,000 residents. The Wesley House in Pittsburgh is the largest food pantry in Crawford County, serving more than 5,000 residents.
We see a lot of our individuals and families every single month that come through, and they're coming often with, with other members of their families, with other neighbors as well. And this is definitely a big part of what keeps their shelves and fridges stocked from one day to the next.
The holidays is one of the most popular times for donations and volunteering.
This is always a time we usually see more engagement across our food pantry services because folks are hosting more, or they're thinking of those that are in need as well.
The Wesley House is thankful for the increased donations this holiday season. Last year, donations decreased.
Data from last year, we actually didn't have quite as much engagement, maybe because of stimulus checks, and then if we take into the account of inflation and the cost of food, we have had more people enrolling in our food pantry services every day. And in addition to that, we also have not been able to order as much from the Kansas Food Bank as we usually would.
Providing food for a fellow neighbor in need can go a long way.
For someone to be able to succeed, for them to be able to think beyond those basic needs, we have to meet those basic needs. And so having food on the table and being able to cook your own food and essentially, food pantries kind of provide a sort of grocery, aside experience.
You can give monetary donations to our Feed the 4 States campaign online at komnewsnow.com/feed, or all day today you can call 1-888-620-4869 to donate.
All right, 7-day forecast. We're looking all right tomorrow. Rain for the first half of the day Saturday, a decent day Sunday, showers Monday. Cold front comes in Tuesday, and that's where we're watching for the possibility of thunderstorms. Some of those right now looking to be like they could be strong to severe, so we are keeping an eye on that for you. But after that cold front rolls through, one thing it will do is make it cold. Temperatures drop back down through the 40s and into the 30s by next weekend. And these decent overnight lows we've been seeing, yeah, it's going to get cold. They drop below freezing as we head toward the end of next week. So it'll start to feel a little more like December by about Wednesday, Thursday next week.
I know the people who love cold weather are probably excited right now.
Yeah, there are some folks out there that definitely enjoy it. I did want to just let folks know, we don't have a lot on the CBS News Special Report. It may not be happening until about 7 a.m. We've been mentioning it. Don't want to let people leave you folks hanging. We, again, don't have a lot of details on exactly what it's going to be about, but it's looking like it may be closer to 7 a.m. And, of course, here on KOAM, once it comes up, we will have it for you and whatever it is that may be going on that they'll be covering this morning.
Of course, we'll keep you up to date. So.
Yeah, if we learn anything else, we'll definitely let you know.
Nice. That's a look at our top news stories today. Coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News, workers at the New York Times do something they haven't done in more than 40 years. Go on strike. We got the details.
And it's raining, it's pouring, and I'm sure there's some old man snoring out there. We're going to break down your full forecast coming up.
In Consumer Watch this morning, hundreds of journalists and other employees at the New York Times are set to walk off the job today for the first time in more than 40 years. And the 24-hour walkout is a result of ongoing contract negotiations over wage increases and remote work policies. Employees are planning to hold a rally this afternoon outside the newspaper's office near Times Square. Apple has announced plans to encrypt more data that users store on its iCloud servers, including full backups, photos, and notes. Security advocates welcome the move, but law enforcement agencies worry they could run into some more issues when it comes to unlocking devices for investigations. In a statement, the FBI says such measures hinder the ability to protect Americans from crimes ranging from cyber attacks to violence against children and terrorism. Today and tomorrow, you could have it your way for just 50 cents. McDonald's is offering its double cheeseburgers, which usually cost about $3 for just about half a buck at select locations. But there's a catch. Customers must order on the food chain's app and pick the order up. It's a part of a holiday promotion that includes the chance to win free food for life for you and 3 friends. That's it for Consumer Watch. Here's Chris with another look at your forecast.
Well, we've got rain across the area, even some areas of patchy fog to deal with, so just be aware of that if you're out traveling, that with the fog, you need to give yourself plenty of distance, but with the roads being wet, you can give yourself even more distance out there. Wet road, 7th and Range Line, we're cloudy, 49 degrees in Joplin, feeling like 49 degrees. For the most part, we've got some 40s, but as this low pressure system exits, we're starting to get into some southerly breezes down south, and so some of us are a little bit warmer, like Grove, Anderson, Neosho, Monette, Cassville, a little bit warmer. Even Carthage now. At 46 Pittsburgh, 46 Fort Scott, 46 Nevada, and we're at 49 in Miami. MoDOT camera at I-44 and Range Line looking east. As you can see, even though the rain is letting up, it's still wet out there. We have that yellow light because as the rain lets up, we could still see a stray shower or two across the region throughout the day. So we're going to hold on to that yellow light for your drive home, again, with maybe a stray shower or two possible. Kids getting on the bus this morning. Some of them have some fog to deal with, maybe still some lingering showers. 49 at 7 a.m. with the calm wind. Wind starts to shift out of the south for everybody. 5 to 10 by 3. We're looking at 56 and again, an isolated shower or two possible. Our shower chances will increase again later this evening, say around 8, 9 o'clock before they eventually exit the region with this low pressure system. 61 for the high today with those showers off and on. And again, as we go into the overnight, we've got partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies, and then we're going to get down to 48 for the low. 7-day forecast looking pretty decent tomorrow, 56. Rain for the first half of the day Saturday, a decent Sunday, showers Monday, thunderstorms with a cold front Tuesday. Some of these could be strong to severe. We are keeping an eye on that for you. And once that cold front moves through, we're down to 48 by Wednesday. We're going to celebrate birthdays and anniversaries after the break, but first, we're going to check in with the mothership to see what's happening on CBS Mornings.
I'm Tony DeCopel. Coming up on CBS Mornings, Cheech Marin of Cheech and Chong fame takes Anthony Mason on a tour of his collection of Chicano art at the first museum of its kind in the U.S. That's coming up on CBS Mornings.
We take this time to honor today's 4-state hero, Chester Pryor Jr. Corporal Pryor served in the Army from 1952 till 1954. This highly decorated veteran earned numerous medals, including the Korean Service Medal with 3 bronze stars and the United Nations Service Medal. A native to Pittsburgh, Kansas, we thank you, Chester Pryor Jr., our 4-state hero.
All right, time for some Thursday birthdays, and we begin in Pittsburgh with Gracie Carlskent. We missed your birthday yesterday, Gracie. We are so sorry, but we've got it today. A very happy belated birthday to you today, Gracie.
And then we got Kaden Dalty turning 7, and happy birthday from Honey and Daddy.
And we've got Bella Barcelona in Frontenac celebrating birthday number 10. Her birthday was on Tuesday. It just so happens this one ended up going to our spam folder. That happens sometimes. You gotta love email technology. Well, Bella, that just means like Gracie, you get to celebrate all week long. Happy birthday.
Landon Strauchlin is turning 16 in Webb City. Love from Grandma and Paw.
And we got Cody Evans celebrating birthday number 23 in Arma on Tuesday. Cody, a very happy belated birthday to you.
CJ Angaza is turning 26 in Joplin, and with love from his wife.
All right, we got Joe Shipley celebrating birthday number 69 in Chanute. Joe, a very happy birthday to you.
And Pauline Troff is celebrating her birthday in Pittsburgh.
All right, our list continues with Krista Christenberry turning 25 in Nevada. And we got Mary Hess celebrating a birthday in Chautauqua.
And we have Holly McReynolds in Fort Scott celebrating, of course. And Lord Sperry turning 104 in Parsons, Kansas. And he's an avid Chiefs fan.
All right, Lloyd, what is your secret? We need to know. Wrapping up our list, we got Lane McFadden celebrating birthday number 16. Happy birthday and anniversary to all of you today. And to make sure that your birthday gets to us and makes it on the air, Amber's going to tell you what you need to do.
You can just submit it to birthdays@komtv.com or birthdays@komnewsnow.com.
All right, and we do want to quickly mention that any birthdays submitted after 3 o'clock are not going to make it in time for the next morning show. So to make sure it gets on the correct date, we've got to have them at least 24 hours in advance. So make sure you get them to us. Don't forget to include hometown picture and, of course, the birthday itself as well. And we've also got 3 p.m. 3 p.m. by the way on that. And don't forget the birthday club. Go to KOAMnewsnow.com. You can sign up for the birthday club. You get great deals from local businesses. Additionally, you'll get a special note from your friends here at KOAM. Go over to KOAMnewsnow.com, click on the mornings page, and sign up for the birthday club. Well, all right. Turning to weather, we have a quick traffic alert for our friends in Webb City as Stadium Drive is going to be closed starting at 9 this morning from Campbell to Prospect for some sewer work. It starts again at 9. It'll reopen this Saturday, December the 10th. Of course, drivers urged to find an alternate route. We're starting to see the bulk of the rains shift out of the area, but we still have scattered showers out there, and that's going to be the trend through the rest of today. So our rain chances, as you see, they start to drop off, but the scattered shower possibility is still there. Later this evening, they'll pick back up briefly, and then we'll start to see the rain clear out of here later tonight. Also, some fog across parts of the area, so do give yourself plenty of time to get where you're going. Remember, it's not a race to get where you're going. Rain falling again in Joplin now. Wet roads and a little bit of fog out there. 49 degrees, feels like 49 with a calm wind. Temperatures across the area, some of us to the south getting a little bit warmer, say 52 Anderson, 51 Grove, 49 Miami, 47 Parsons, Lamar, and 50 over in Carthage. I-44 and Range Line looking east, the MoDOT camera there. It is wet as the rain continues to fall. We've got a yellow light for that morning drive with those scattered showers possible, and a yellow light for the drive home because, again, we'll have some isolated to widely scattered showers. Some of the kids may deal with some fog getting on the bus and some rain, 49 degrees at 7 a.m. And when they get home, winds shifting out of the south, but a light breeze, 5 to 10. Some additional rain showers possible, 56 by 3 o'clock. Today, we are headed for a high of 61 degrees, so much milder than what we saw yesterday. And as we head into the evening, we're going to drop back down to 48, but overnight will start to be partly to mostly cloudy, and we'll see the rain start to clear on out of here. 7-day forecast. We're looking all right tomorrow, 56. Rain for the first half of Saturday, and then mostly cloudy. 57 Sunday, rain showers possible Monday. Cold front comes in Tuesday. Thunderstorms are looking likely. 66. Some of those storms could be strong to severe, so we are keeping an eye on that for you. And after that cold front rolls through, we drop back down to 48 by next Wednesday. Got a lot more after this, but first, here's a live look from downtown Chanute.
Here's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door. The Kansas Bureau of Investigation and Neosho County Sheriff's Office are investigating a possible homicide after a woman was found dead at a rural residence in Chanute, Kansas. On Tuesday night around 5 p.m., authorities were conducting a welfare check at 6845 160th Road in Chanute. When they arrived, they found the body of 47-year-old Elena Aspera of Chanute next to a field near the home. Authorities say the person of interest was arrested on unrelated charges out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. There is no word yet on the charges. For the fourth time in 2 weeks, a Rangeline convenience store has been burglarized. It's happened 2 times in the past 3 days. Joplin police say they are investigating all of the break-ins at Zip's convenience store, and they believe it is the same people breaking in each time, costing thousands of dollars in damages. In this security cam video, you can see 2 men and 1 woman break doors and windows and steal items. If you have any information on the suspects, call the Joplin Police Department. You can find more on the incidents and security camera pictures of the suspects on the KOAM News Now app. Firefighters responded to flames and smoke coming from a Southwest Missouri home early Wednesday morning. The fire started around 5 a.m. on the 200 block of 8th Street. Both Sarcoxy Fire and Rural Fire Departments responded along with Mercy Ambulance and Jasper County Sheriff deputies. We're told the fire started in the back of the home and the 2 adults inside made it out safely. Scenic Park in Neosho, Missouri is getting a new addition. Construction recently began on a new dog park. The city paid more than $17,000 with a separate $15,000 donation for fencing and some features. Features range from cones the dogs can run through, a bridge for the dogs, a bench for grooming, and even dog watering stations. That's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the
We got the rain, we've got scattered showers throughout the day with a high of 61, and then as we head into the overnight hours, we'll be partly to mostly cloudy, dropping back down to a low of 48 degrees. And look at the 7-day forecast. Got a decent Friday, rain the first half of Saturday, decent Sunday, showers possible Monday, cold front Tuesday, bringing us thunderstorms. Some of those could be strong to severe, and again, we're keeping an eye on that for you. And then after that cold front rolls through, check out Wednesday down to 48 degrees for the high.
Coming up today at noon, we're making lemon rosemary roasted Cornish hens in the Mr. Food Test kitchen.
All right, and your morning news continues on KOAM with CBS Mornings. We have how high levels of early flu and RSV are causing a shortage of hospital beds across the nation. That's ahead of on CBS Mornings.
Or you can switch on over with us at Fox 14, where your only local morning news still continues. This morning, Chef Anthony heads back into the studio to put on some finishing touches on his chicken cordon bleu.
Cordon bleu.
Cordon bleu.
But it's his
right.
unique take on it. Plus, it's time to feed the 4 states. Kelly Pulliam and Rodney Rambo head into the studio to tell us everything we need to know about this annual event. But that's going to wrap it up for us for now. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.
And we'll see you today at noon.